this necessarily we have to deselect this side and pull this back out. We have to do the same for this, and this, and pull this out and pull it back out. Obviously, do the same for this, deselect the front and the back. The reason why we are deselecting both the front and the back is to get a natural gradual flow. So let's add the last piece of geometry, and just use a simple cylinder to do that. Let's reduce the subdivision to about, let's say, 8. I don't think 8 is going to be good. Let's use like 23, an even number, or odd number rather. Then we adjust this, scale it down, center the pivot, scale it, move, scale it, let's leave it here. And we can do something like this. According to our image, we are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't necessarily for 5. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same. Just let's do something. So that we can just extrude that and extrude that out and probably scale it down a little, I think. I think we made a mistake. Let's don't do that now. Let's get our curve first. As you can see that we just have to select all of this, add the bevel, let's determine the bevel amount, just slight. Subdivisions, I see like 2 subdivisions. That should be fine. Then let's move this up. Then we can now do that again. Okay, we can do that again now. So before we continue, let's create an edge. Let's create an edge loop up. The reason we are creating, let's look at the top view and see where those grooves end. Okay, I think it goes all the way to this spot. Okay, it's fine. So all we want to do is now do our selection again. For my users, double clicking and holding the shift key will create edge loops. Okay, we needed 24, but it's fine. So we are going to extrude this out, and I think slightly scale it down. We are smoothing this. I know it's going to be getting a bit weird, but we'll fix that in a moment. Face, extrude, and scale that down. Extrude again, then extruding. Extrude, then scale that. Okay. Then let's isolate this object and take care of the bottom part. We don't need all these faces, so we delete them. We don't need this also. Those. Delete those as well. What we can do is select the whole loop, extrude it in. Can now just extrude it down. You don't necessarily have to be that accurate. That's just a very tiny piece of mesh that we are not even going to be focusing on. Alright, so with that we should have something like this. But if we are to look closely, I'll say that it's a bit more pronounced on the original. So what we can do about that is we can add support loops just to make it a bit more pronounced. So when we smooth out, you can see the difference. So that's pretty much it for the cover. Let's have the support loop here just to make this place a bit more sharp. Fine. So let's undo isolation and move this into place. As you can see, our images doesn't align at all. You can see the size of this here. You can see that the side is totally off here. So we can't basically follow what we have here. It's not going to work for us. So I have to now figure out how this connects with that, or how it sits on top. So on my judgment, you might still have to reduce that cap. You might have to reduce the cap. So right now the cap is looking excessive. And next on IPs, that thing is we are going to create support loop around here, and also let's just use the bevel command. Bevel small fraction, then one segment. So we have a sharp mesh there. Also, okay, I think I see the way this stuff flows here now. It flows all the way here up there. So it flows all the way here up here. So what we have to do now is to create this. So select this like this, and create a bevel. Add segment. No, before we actually add segment, let's fix this. Let's target weld this triangle. Get back our quad. Then we can just insert edge loop inside of that. So if we smooth this out, it's not really that visible. That's because there is no angle to it. So what we just have to do is add a bit of angle to it. And we also can scale this out. That way we will have something that's close to what we want. So one thing we have to do now is we have to make sure this new sharp edge we just created aligns with what we have on our front image. What we just need to do now is to move this up a little. It's going to affect the placement of some of this. Then smooth, it doesn't look unnecessarily more exaggerated. So we have that piece, and we have this should be in between. So let's unisolate. We definitely have to scale this down. Let's see, I think one thing we are not taking into consideration is stuff actually comes out. Stuff actually comes out. Comes out like this. So we have to adjust this accordingly also. So this two comes out. Okay, that's one thing we should try and avoid, accidentally selecting what should not be. So it's more evident that it's futile trying to adjust our mesh to the size of the side view. They won't match. Okay, running a little bit late on this. So like I said, what we can do is we can always scale this down, move it to the side, and select edge loop and move this down. You can always do that, even though it does not necessarily match what we have here. But I think it's fine that way. So I think there's a bit of a crown. There's a bit of a crown to this. Let's add that now so we don't forget. 3, 1. Okay. The faces extrude out. Scale. Select edge loop, bevel, add subdivisions. Is it that big? I think it's a bit smaller. Face, grow selection, and let's reduce this face. So I'm reducing this, just going in line with what we have in the image. So I think that should do. We'll smoothing that out. So what we'll do here, we'll come back to that anyway. Let's quickly clean up our back here. As you can see, this has to be adjusted with grow selection. I think it's high time we do the slide now. Let me save this. Pause this video. I'm really sorry about that. Let's continue the same from this side now. So from this moment we just have to make do of what the side looks like. Use it to model our, since that side view is not really aligning, so we just have to look at what we are doing from the reference images. So from here we can see that there's a joint. I think let's go from the top first. I see that there's a join line, so that even makes it easier for us in the sense that the two sides does not have to be the same mesh, so it's actually a good thing. So what we just have to do now is, since these sides are not going to be the same, we can let's make sure that everything is in place. So we can start by adding edge loops now. General edge loops to better refine the shape of the bottom part. So we have this, we're going to have this here. So we can use this to better define our geo. So when we smooth it out, it gives us that bit of curve. Same thing here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to move this out a bit. Also this. Move this in. So I think we want an edge here. We can now use this to get a more defined shape of the handle. So what we have to do now is duplicate Ctrl D and I'll scale that in negative. No, let me use the negative Y. I think negative. Nope. Sorry about that. It should be in the x-axis, -1. Okay. So we just have to move this. Make sure we have it aligned in our front view, so we don't go above proportion. So that gives that. After we also duplicate this mesh mirror. Use a 0.001. Before we mirror this, we should make sure our center line all lies on our mirror axis. So we select all the points and we snap them to the center. I think we did not do for this. Snap them to the center. So we can now do a mesh mirror and use a mesh threshold of 0.001. So that we get rid of anything. We can come back here, do a little bit of adjusting to this, then also this. So we can unisolate. See how that looks like.